The secret to happiness. Just change one thing. Hey, everyone. Today I want to share a story with you. About you. Wait, don't scroll away just yet. Be honest with me. Have you ever felt that life is exhausting? Day after day, you worry about everything. Work, family, the future. When the sun shines, you stress over one thing. When it rains, you worry about another. It seems like there's never a single day where you truly feel at peace. Have you ever asked yourself, why do I always have to live with endless worries? If that sounds familiar, then the story I'm about to tell might just be a mirror reflecting your own life, a story that will make you rethink. Where does true happiness come from? So, sit back, take a sip of tea, and listen to the tale of an old woman, once known as the Crying Granny, but who eventually discovered the secret to becoming the Laughing Granny. The story goes like this. Once upon a time, there was an old woman who was always crying. She had two daughters. One married a man who sold umbrellas, while the other married a man who made noodles. On sunny days, she worried about her eldest daughter. With weather like this, who would buy umbrellas? What will happen to my child? On rainy days, she worried about her younger daughter. With this rain, how will she dry the noodles? What will she sell? And so, when the sun shone, she cried. When it rained, she cried. She lived trapped in an endless cycle of sadness and worry. The villagers became accustomed to her sorrowful sighs and eventually gave her the nickname, the Crying Granny. But then, one day, everything changed. The fateful encounter. One day, the old woman met a wandering monk passing through the village. The monk asked, "Why do you cry all the time?" The old woman shared her story, pouring out every detail, every worry that had been weighing on her heart. After listening patiently, the monk smiled and said, "Dear lady, your worries are not your daughter's problems. They are yours. You are choosing to see only the dark side of everything, trapping yourself in negative thoughts." The old woman was surprised. "Then what should I do? Shouldn't I worry about my daughters?" The monk calmly replied, "It's not about not caring. It's about changing how you see things. Try thinking of it this way. On sunny days, instead of worrying about your daughter who sells umbrellas, think about your daughter who makes noodles. The strong sunlight will help her dry more noodles, making her business thrive. And on rainy days, don't worry about the daughter who makes noodles. Think about the one who sells umbrellas. When it rains, everyone needs an umbrella, and her shop will be busy with customers." The monk's words were like a beam of light piercing through the dark clouds in her mind. She had never considered that the same situation, when seen from a different perspective, could make the world look so different. The lesson from the old woman. From that day on, the old woman followed the monk's advice. On sunny days, she smiled, thinking about her younger daughter working hard, drying noodles under the bright sun. On rainy days, she felt happy, imagining her elder daughter's umbrella shop bustling with customers. She no longer cried. Instead, she embraced each day with a smile. And so, she was no longer known as the Crying Granny, but became the Laughing Granny. Perspective from the story. Life is a mirror. The old woman's story is not just a light-hearted tale. It carries a profound lesson about how we perceive life. Everyone has their own sunny days and rainy days, and the way we choose to face them ultimately determines our happiness. 1. In family. Worry or love. Think of a mother who constantly worries about her child. When the child is in school, she fears they might get bad grades or be bullied. When the child grows up, she worries they might choose the wrong career or the wrong life partner. A mother's love is boundless, but sometimes excessive worry can create tension between parents and children. But what if she changed her perspective? It's okay if my child stumbles a little. It will teach them how to stand back up on their own. No matter what path my child chooses, I will always support them, because this is their journey. With this mindset, love can be felt more deeply, and the family bond will become much lighter and more harmonious. 2. In work. a challenge, or an opportunity. Think back to a time when you faced a difficult project or a task beyond your comfort zone. Did you feel afraid of failing, worried about being judged by your boss, or did you see it as an opportunity to learn and develop new skills? A colleague once shared, "I used to fear big presentations because I thought I would mess up. But after pushing through, I realized that every mistake I made helped me improve faster than any training course ever could." Work is like a mirror. If you look at it with fear, it will feel overwhelming. But if you see it as a chance to grow, you'll recognize that every challenge is a step forward. 3. In society, reconciliation or judgment. Think about the conflicts you encounter in daily life. When someone treats you unfairly, do you immediately judge them, or do you try to see things from their perspective? Maybe a colleague snapped at you because they're struggling with family issues. Maybe a waiter was inattentive because they've been working non-stop for 12 hours. A friend once shared, "I was furious when a taxi driver yelled at me, but later I found out he had just been in a minor accident and was worried about his child in the hospital. From that moment, I learned to stay calm in unexpected situations." Society gives us a choice. We can either judge or seek understanding. How you treat others will often be reflected back in how they treat you. 4. In personal growth, expectation or acceptance. How many times have you felt pressured because you didn't achieve the goals you set for yourself? You want a high-paying job, but feel disappointed when you don't get promoted. You want to be in great shape, but lose motivation when you don't see results after a few weeks of working out. But instead of focusing on what you haven't achieved, try asking yourself, how many great things have you accomplished that you once thought were impossible? Maybe you haven't reached a big goal yet, but you've consistently taken small steps forward. Maybe you're not perfect, but you're better than you were yesterday. A friend once told me, "I always compared myself to others and felt like I was falling behind. But one day, I realized that the things I already have, a loving family, a stable job, are the very things that others dream of." Now that we've explored these perspectives, let's move on to practical exercises to help you develop a positive mindset, just like the old woman in the story did. Step 1. Write down your biggest worries. Take a sheet of paper and divide it into 2 columns. In the left column, write down the things you frequently worry about. These could be related to work, family, finances, health, anything that causes you stress and takes away your peace of mind. Examples: I'm worried about my future. I'm afraid I'm not good enough to advance in my career. I feel like I haven't fulfilled my responsibilities to my family. Step 2. Find a new perspective for each problem. In the right column, rewrite each worry with a different perspective, one that helps you feel more positive and empowered. Examples: the future is unpredictable, but I can focus on the present and do my best each day. Instead of being afraid, I will see every challenge at work as an opportunity to learn and grow. I may not be perfect, but I am making an effort every day to love and care for my family. You'll realize that the situation doesn't change, but your approach to it does, and that can make all the difference. Try doing this exercise daily, and you'll notice how much lighter your mind becomes. Step 3. Apply it in real life. For the next 24 hours, try practicing this mindset shift. Pause in a negative situation. When you encounter something frustrating, take a moment and ask yourself, can I view this in a more positive way? Find a hidden benefit. Instead of complaining about a difficulty, look for what it might be teaching you. Share this exercise with a friend. Encourage someone else to try it with you and reflect on how it changes your perspectives. With time, you'll realize that life itself hasn't changed, but the way you see it has. Conclusion: life is a mirror that reflects you, and just like that, our cup of tea has cooled, signaling that it's time to bring today's story to a close. Remember, life is not just about what happens to you. It's about how you perceive and respond to it. Like the old woman in the story, you can choose to cry or laugh in any situation. You can choose worry or gratitude. You can choose to passively accept or actively shift your perspective. So, starting today, which choice will you make? Before you go, I want you to ask yourself, is there something in your life that you can start seeing in a more positive way right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and if you found this story valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss out on more inspiring stories. See you in our next tea session.